Are you streaming? Hey, everybody!
Gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen.
So all I have to say is this.
Is that this is way more accurate than whatever he put up on that board right there.
Look at that. You know, he is a true nerd. He is a white child.
Yeah.
Hey, what's the fuzzy thing next to
Right,
it?
I like the little squirrel.
What does it say?
That's a dead squirrel.
Or is it a dead tribble?
So there was a cat
we got the fans
on the way,
going on in there.
There was a cat on the way home.
Okay.
It made a very unfortunate run-in with my bumper. Oh, look, they can't see it because it's almost like the image is too small. That's okay. But you know what? I'm sure it has something important on it.
It says Star Trek rules.
He is just as
That's
mean.
just...
Yes,
Oh, I see. It's lie. You can't spread lies. You think people go on the internet and just lie like that?
Hey, are we streaming live on Nerd Talk?
Absolutely.
Maybe.
I looked at look over and check, but absolutely.
Okay. All right, anyway, so tonight is the night I threw down the gauntlet. Who is better? What is better? Star Trek, and why is my camera not on? I want this right here, right in my face, my grill.
Wait.
Too late.
I said you can wait.
Oh,
He's making
I thought
me
you said too late.
No, I said you can wait.
He's making me wait.
There.
Here we go. Star Trek rules. Now you can read it. What's better, Star Trek or Star Wars?
The views
Star
and
Wars.
opinions of Nerd Talk do not necessarily represent the views and opinions of WeBeam TV's Eric Chubirko.
That's so mean.
Yeah, well, you know, such is life.
So anyway,
We can't just be lying to people on the
Trek
internet.
Star Trek rules.
Oh no, like,
I can sit here all night and
rest
just
of
do
the
this,
internet.
and I'd be happy.
Still be wrong.
No, I'm not wrong.
So how does it feel in the corner over here? Like literally in the corner. Like you've got nothing.
Look, they've got
Right?
1, 2. It's kind of funny. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 on the table.
And about 20
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
The two masks up top and the
I
Rancor.
am so outnumbered.
I even almost brought in my Darth Vader. I have a Darth Vader the same size as Batman and Superman.
Do you
I
really?
almost brought it in
Did you
tonight.
really?
Oh my God, you should have
I
brought
thought
it in.
about
If I
it.
had time, I would have had my
the
lightsaber
lucky
with
thing
me.
for me is Lupe's neutral.
Yeah, I kind of am.
Lupe likes me.
Well, it's not that I like him. I like both series. 'Cause both of them have their ups and downs.
I
You
don't
heard
like-
it here
Yeah.
first, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
It's not you. It's the shows.
So you know what we're putting on? You know what we're putting on Find It next week?
What?
Hiring for editor.
That's cold.
Anyway, so
You're as cold as ice.
all week I've been going, okay, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? And I'm like, okay, I'm going to let you guys bring your game first, and then I've got my game.
Actually, it's quite easy. I know exactly how you're going to handle this. You are going to take a small piece of white paper and a stick and wave it like a flag. Or do what Star Trek's really, really, really good at and just, try and form a peace treaty or surrender to us. Because, man, your captains are so good at just writing a treaty.
My new Kirk goes in. He doesn't care. He just goes in.
That's because this Kirk is way better than the original Kirk. This Kirk doesn't have to stop every 3 seconds to have a different...
That's blasphemy. That is
blasphemy.
That is blasphemy.
Mr. Spock, I cannot be having this conversation with you. Tell me I'm wrong.
You're wrong. Because you're a Star Wars lover.
You're right. You know what? The only thing that actually came cool out of Star Trek was that is Kirk's face was crafted and turned into Michael Myers' mask.
That is true.
So there you go. There's the coolest thing.
true.
There's the coolest thing that came out of Star Trek was right then and there.
Now we have Spock. We have Uhura.
Oh boy, I have a
We
walking
have
computer that gets
Scotty.
angry.
We have
I got these. Just keep coming. I got them.
Oh wow, that's
I got a list.
so wrong. Anyway, so
I'll just call him Future Terminator.
okay, almighty one that has control of the board, and every time I talk, I get pushed off. Tell me why you think Star Wars is the best.
Star Wars, easily. Not only is it more entertaining to watch, only the fact of Star Trek's each episode was. Hey, you want to mute your phone there, Mister?
I did. I was going to make sure I keep up with all the comments that say you're wrong.
Well, here's the thing about Star Trek: is as much as I do respect it as a show, and I do think it's a very fun premise, I don't think a TV show is the way to do it. I'll be completely honest with you. the episodes after
had
watching
movies.
you guys ignore the odd numbers just
After
like we
Star
ignore or was it the even numbers you guys avoid, because I know we avoid the prequels because those just didn't happen.
We have 7.
But here's the thing.
7, right?
Your episodes very quickly got very rinse and repeat, and it was I personally had issues watching it. It was a very cookie cutter strategy in which everything followed the same routine. It was we land, we kill the red shirt, we then resolve the issue with the people that killed the red shirt, and we all go home happy, except for Mr. Red Shirt who died.
There's been blue shirts that have been killed.
Man, there's just a stick in the cogs there. You've stopped my entire locomotive.
A major blue shirt
Regardless of that fact, though.
but he came back to life.
The
he
show,
was so
oh,
awesome.
so we couldn't kill off the blue shirt. We had to leave. Oh no, we didn't kill off a red shirt this
Then a
episode.
gold shirt died too.
Wait,
And
who
then
was
Kurt
the blue
goes,
shirt that
"We
died?
didn't kill a red
Really?
shirt this episode."
You're asking me that is just a sacrilege question.
Well, I didn't hear the question. I'm sorry.
What blue shirt died?
Really? Even I know that one, and I don't even like
I
the
mean,
series.
a major cog in the wheel died, but he came back because.
Oh,
well,
fuck.
him. Okay, look.
Well, you can't. Listen,
No,
killing
here-
someone bring
here's
them
the
back
thing.
doesn't kill them.
He didn't come back. His DNA came back.
Oh,
Think about it.
Wait, hold on. Did he mind meld whatever he died with someone? And
Well,
exactly
he
essence
transferred
was
his consciousness.
Yeah, so-
to Bones.
Yeah.
Right? But when they shot him out of the torpedo tube and he went down to the new developing planet, his DNA, was kind of not corroded because he was totally messed up with all the radiation. The new DNA brought back a new smaller body because it wasn't like you got in there and you found an older Spock. You remember they had to go chasing the young Spock.
Yeah.
And he went through all the changes like in a matter of hours. So, and then once they got him back onto the ship and taking him back to Vulcan, Bones had to go and retransfer his consciousness and his knowledge back into Spock.
So I know you guys are talking about your.
Yeah, I remember that from the movie.
But here's another thing too: a major gold shirt died too.
Yeah. Okay. So let me go ahead and give you the actual totals of red shirts versus gold shirts versus blue shirts that died. So, by the way, by the third year of Star Trek, did you know that only 10%?
I love how the show's all about Star Trek and nothing about Star Wars.
10% of the red shirt population was left. That was it. Like every other, like
You're
90.
winning.
That means 90% of the red shirts you saw died.
Uh-huh.
So 13% were gold shirts, 20% were blue, and 64.5% were red. When you kill off more than half, go ahead. Who did we kill off?
No, all the Jedi.
Everybody.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Every Jedi died except for
we call
2 or 3.
You
not
see,
ever.
we call that a
said
plot
three.
point.
Lots of bodies.
There was,
The thing is you're
there
also
was more than 3.
you're
that
also
survived.
you're also giving us the
If you think
opportunity.
about it, if you go into all the games and stuff, there was more than 3 that survived.
Yeah, I was about to say. So, I guess I'll ask this: do you mean the cinematic universe purely, or do you mean all of Star Wars as a whole?
Well, here's the
Because
thing.
as Star Wars as a whole, you guys are
way
not even close. They're like, oh, execute Order 66. You missed thousands of Jedis,
Well, okay. So, in the cinematic universe is where I'm following.
which considers the current 8 movies out right now. Well, soon to be.
He cleaned out a whole
Rotate.
house.
He cleaned the
He cleaned the whole house out.
cleaned the
Now I
council.
know there were some on other different planets, and
That
actually
weren't
then they all turned, but some made it out, some hid.
Well, some didn't participate in the Clone Wars at all. They said it was against the Jedi path and they wouldn't follow, so they went against the Council. Granted, they didn't lose
that
their
wasn't the
Jedi
cinematic.
status.
That wasn't in the cinematic. That was
No, there was
No,
one.
there was some.
There was one in the Jedi universe that went no. They're like, this
Well,
is
Yoda
not
was
our...
there, so if Yoda didn't refuse, it wasn't bad.
Keep in mind, Yoda did this mainly for a land grab because he's just like, okay, the Sith's out hunting down Jedis. We need to stop this. So he's like, fine, you guys
now
can
I have
use...
my own planet.
He
Which
lost
was
that.
a swamp.
Yeah, really. Oh boy, you're
Call it
real,
what you will. It was his.
real
And
lottery.
no payments.
Say.
The supreme leader of the
This
Jedi
bitch is
still
paid
lives
off.
in the swamp.
Lives in a literal
Hey, at
mud
least he was
hut.
happy.
Exactly.
He was happy there, so
He was.
Was he?
let him have it.
I don't think he was.
Now
I don't know.
I saw something the other day that said, and then look at Obi-Wan Kenobi. He had his own damn planet.
No, he was watching Luke.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, but Luke didn't know.
On Tatooine, yes. No, his whole reason for being there was watching Luke.
I know, but Luke didn't know Luke was anything until Obi-Wan told him in the very end. So, as far as anybody was concerned, it was just Obi-Wan Kenobi's planet. Right?
No. It was Tatooine.
I understand it was Tatooine, but Yoda's got his own planet. Leave Obi-Wan alone. And actually,
Obi-Wan did not have his own planet. He had to share with Sand Raiders and everything.
I'm glad I can't hear him.
So why can't you hear me? Oh, I'll just get closer to the mic. That's fine. No. We can solve this right now.
Okay, so I saw this thing on YouTube the other day that said that actually, and I'm not saying this makes Star Wars better. I'm just saying this is what I heard. That Obi-Wan Kenobi was as just a powerful Jedi as Luke Skywalker. I mean, not Luke Skywalker, but the bad guy, Darth Vader.
Darth Vader.
Yeah, they were.
They were equal in the Force.
I don't believe that.
Really? Because in the fight where Obi-Wan and young Darth Anakin were doing the push, they both flew at the same time.
I think they were equal until...
I would say it held them for a few moments before they got thrown away.
They were equal
It wasn't
until he went and finished off his training after he became Vader. I think they weaved that out because Kenobi was...
Because, and on top of that, Obi-Wan could do crush. And the other Jedis didn't want to do that. They thought that was the dark side.
That is the dark side.
I was just saying, to point
that
out...
has to do with destruction and mayhem is the dark side.
Yeah,
and Obi-Wan could do the crush.
Of course.
Well, here's the thing.
That's why Luke Skywalker exists, because Luke Skywalker doesn't.
They all can. They just choose not to because then it leads them down that path.
Well, Luke
that's the great thing about Star Wars. It's all brute strength, none of this mind game crap.
What are you talking about? That was all mind games.
The Force is all mind.
I was like, can I point
Star Trek does have mind games.
Like, but he has to touch it.
Look at Q.
Kylo Ren rips thoughts out of people's heads.
He was a god, though.
Q was not a god.
Well, he was an ambient being.
He was an omnipotent being, but he was still a being.
Star
he was
Trek's
still a
all brute
creature.
strength.
He still had physical laws to follow in his own universe.
Set your
Yeah,
faces to stun.
we don't know light flashlights to fight. They do man to man.
A flashlight.
Mano a mano.
They had what
Mono and Mono and
Kirk. That dude was always bleeding, man. I'm telling you.
Mono and Mono. Do I need to pull up the fight against him and the alien on the rock? Like, hold on. Whoa.
Yeah.
Let me pull that bit of choreography out real quick.
Well,
I'll have you know our lightsaber fights look way more badass than that fight.
Rock. I mean, the Jedi were like,
it was,
ooh,
oh my
ooh,
God, hold
I
on.
don't want to hit you. I'll hit you with this because it's longer. Ooh, you scare me. Don't do this. Kirk was like, I'm going to kick your ass.
Kirk never once, ever sounded like that. By
No, it's more like,
escape sounding like this.
Your ass.
No.
He kept sounding like this all of the time. And this was for the reason
But he was
why
always bleeding and getting laid. Damn, dude.
You know how many space STDs he has?
Getting laid.
Like a lot. Like a lot.
None of those Jedis were getting any. Well, one was.
Well, the thing is, I was saying, Jedi took a pass.
One!
But he wasn't a Jedi.
Yeah.
Well, Han wasn't a Jedi.
Yeah, he wasn't a Jedi, but he was a smuggler.
He was still...
That's not the way the Force works!
That's not how the Force works.
What the hell's wrong with you?
We'll use the Force. I love that scene
And
so much.
she doesn't know she's a Jedi.
Who doesn't know?
She knows. She
She runs in the family, but she doesn't.
Well, she doesn't know who her family is.
She knows by the new movies.
Not to the end.
I was saying, when she picks up the
I have the Force.
when she picks up the lightsaber, she understands she's Force sensitive.
Right.
She has that realization.
I get
Actually,
that.
I think that kind of happened too when they when her and Kylo went at it out there in the woods. In the
Exactly.
snowstorm.
She knew that was
at that point when she started kicking his ass. She was like, "Oh damn, I got something going on here."
Yeah.
No, I'm not talking. I'm talking about Princess Leia.
Yeah, Princess Leia.
Princess Leia. She knew she was Force. She was born in the Force.
She knows she's
wasn't
sensitive.
A Jedi.
She doesn't know how to use it though.
I can't hear him. I love it when he goes away.
It's not
You
helping.
see?
Yeah, it's not helping.
Really, this isn't helping at all.
There you go.
No, yeah, it's helping. It's just.
Are you on the stream too? Hey, everybody out there, can you hear Dylan?
Yes, I'm pretty sure they can. I can see my levels in here.
All I want to hear is Star Trek's #1.
Well, here's the thing. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure they can hear me because when no one's talking, I see my levels jumping on the stream. So 10 to 1. You guys just listen better. Get them ears checked.
Star Trek rules.
Yeah. Alrighty then.
I bet if Jason D. Ledbetter was here, he would tell the same thing.
And I'm sure if the other Ledbetter was here, they would disagree.
Pop-Tart's watching too, but I think she's a Star Wars person. Actually,
she is correct then.
I think she's probably one of those. I really don't care.
No. We've gotten in this conversation on Comic Book 101.
I know.
We've had this conversation too. No, it's a great. No. We've talked. Star Wars is fantastic. Way better than Star Trek. Set your phasers to. Bet you guys can't set your phasers to stun. We did it in the first movie we ever released. Excuse me. We stunned Leia. We used to have a way cooler way of deflecting called lightsabers.
Yeah, but not everybody had a lightsaber.
Well, yeah, that's a good point because you had to be trained to use it. I'm not
because what's her name just picked it up and started kicking everybody's ass. The black kids picked it up and started kicking everybody's ass. I was like,
I want to point out you just said he kicked everyone's ass. He got stabbed twice and thrown to a tree. I'm not entirely sure that.
Well, yeah, but he was going up against
grazed Kylo once, and Kylo went.
You guys got to start talking more. It's just all me right now.
Yeah, you guys are. Yeah, okay.
Oh, poor Luke.
I can't hear the conversation that's going on. So
yeah, I know.
I'm trying to
you're not supposed to be reiterating for me.
Oh, he was saying that Star Trek is the most awesome film in the whole wide world.
All right, so Stream, you Facebook viewers over there, I see you. You hear this with me. You hear him lying to innocent youth up on stage right now.
Innocent? No. Lying maybe.
No, I don't think
Lupe is my boy. You have to understand something. You were lying to my boy, and you're telling him falsities. We'll not be having this.
If I had a splitter, I would split it up and give him this one, and him and Jeff could split it out and listen. But we don't, so it's okay. Star Trek is #1. Star Trek rules.
I always looked at it as...
Live long and prosper.
I always looked at it as Star Trek.
Send that again.
Oh, no, that would have been awesome. See, her niece.
Yes.
Her niece even knows Star Trek.
She does, because I have the Spock hand air freshener in my Jeep.
Do you really?
Yeah. It came in Loot Crate.
Spock.
Yeah.
The old Spock.
Does it smell like burning
What's wrong with the new Spock?
computers?
Oh, I like the new
It
Spock.
smells like
I'm a
gas
little
and
Nimoy
oil
guy.
now.
Well, you grew
I don't
up
know what
with
it used to smell like.
So
I imagine
that's
what
why.
Vulcans smell like. They're literally walking computers.
Plastic spell.
Yeah,
Burning
exactly.
plastic.
Burning
I was like,
plastic.
oh boy, CPU overheating. No, error,
It's kind
error.
of like what Data would smell like if he.
Exactly. Data walks. I can't help but think you smell very similar.
Well, he
to
would
me.
be because he's robotic.
I don't want to.
He's actual robotic.
That's
Yeah.
probably what
never wanna
Terminator
know that
smells like,
smell.
too.
Yeah,
I'll bet he smells really awful.
that farts.
Yeah.
He smells like lava right now because thumbs up as
Well.
he sinks in. Good night. Man, what another great series. Not as great as Star Wars, but here's the thing.
None of them as good as Star Trek.
A Jedi could very, very quickly take care of all the Terminators, all one, just one. You could send maybe
of course
two
you
in
can.
there.
He's used to killing robots
Yeah, exactly. They're just
with,
droids.
with a
Just chop 'em up.
flashlight.
Flashlight.
With the world's most
Pretty damn
terrifying
dangerous
flashlight.
Yeah.
Let me point out, it cut through a blast door. They're like, close the blast door.
Oh
It
yeah,
closes,
well,
he just goes,
in Star Trek
poke.
we have the most terrifying creatures ever.
What, the Tribble?
Tribble.
Okay.
Those are
They have
Okay,
never
let me
returned.
tell you.
They look. Oh yes, they do.
No, we have the Ewoks. And those suckers would tear into
They
a
took
Tribble.
out an entire
telling you.
Imperial army.
Ewok
Those
really
little
would eat the
badass dudes will tear those Tribbles up in a second.
I think the
Okay.
Tribbles and the
will tear
Ewoks.
the snot out of that
I
Tribble.
think the Tribbles and the Ewoks are related.
I think that would be a super
I think-
awesome, branch off
I think that's
little
a I think
miniseries.
the
mean,
Tribbles
even with
are
the little-
Ewoks' eggs. That's what they hatch into eventually.
Oh my God, that would be so awesome though.
Oh, man,
We got to talk to
this is not
Slink
right.
and have Slink draw a comic book where it starts off with Tribbles and how
Morphs into a
and, yeah,
Ewok.
and how Star Trek poops them out of the back of the Enterprise, and they
That's
float
just
through
wrong.
space and they pour onto a planet, and then they
Land
go,
Endor.
"Ooh, and then it was the Ewoks."
That's just wrong.
Oh my God.
It's a great crossover, though, right?
That would be an amazing
It would be the most
crossover.
natural crossover.
That would be pretty awesome.
Yeah. All right.
Especially if you could get the adipose in there from Doctor Who, because I feel like that would bring
kick
it all
off.
together.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. You know? And even in Star Trek, we got blue guys and green guys, and we got Klingons.
Yeah, but you don't have Ula. Let me tell you.
We don't have Ula.
Right? Do you even know Ula?
No, I have no idea. But
You have
course you
no freaking clue. Do you know Ula?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I don't have an
Right?
image
Do
though.
they have? They don't. The closest thing you have to
What is
Ula
Ula?
is that Ula was the green dancer in with Jabba the Hutt.
Oh, yeah, with the long
with the
wiggly
thing.
things.
Yeah, she had
Yes, we
two
do.
long tentacles.
You
Star
have
Trek-
that green.
Star Trek has that character.
She was
Yeah,
eaten
well,
by
it's
a
not the same.
rancor.
Yeah, she was. I know.
Tasty.
There's some
It's not the
crossover.
same
There's some
exact-
crossover.
There is.
elements.
There are secret
there is.
crossovers. I know
Oh yeah,
there is.
both franchises borrowed. Like, oh,
You
that
betcha they
looks
did.
super cool. We're gonna use that.
Yep.
So
Star Wars just knows how to market it better.
But here's the thing: it took Star Trek to kick the series, to kick the whole world of traveling through space. Oh, it was out
I don't
before
think
Star
so.
Wars.
Yeah, but
No, H.P.
was-
Lovecraft started it.
Ooh, okay.
Oh wow.
what?
H.P.
He threw
Lovecraft.
down the Godfather.
So if you, I know you're already sitting, but if you would like to stand up and then sit back down real quick, that would be completely okay.
How do we not have any Cthulhu movies?
Right?
I mean, how? I mean, seriously.
We
I
have
feel like
nobody wants
H.P.
to go
Lovecraft
that
is
far
a
into
way
madness.
underutilized
Yeah, I mean-
horror writer.
Del Toro
I mean, but
wants to
he
do
was
one.
legitimately terrified of these things. Like, he thought all this shit stuff could happen.
It's all right. You already
I got
said it.
I got one
Right?
I have one word that you know it's the reason we're on
Del
Cthulhu
Toro
movie.
wants to make a Cthulhu movie.
Scientologies.
He wants to make
Scientology?
Into the Mountains
Because of
Madness.
Scientology, we don't have Cthulhu
And
movie.
nobody will back him.
Why? What does that have to do with?
Because of
They
how
believe in
that
Cthulhu.
novel
Yeah.
is, how that story is. It's just too horrible.
Is it really?
It's too horrible for people to back because A, they don't think it will sell, and B, it would be horrifying. I mean,
Oh,
look at Del
it's-
Toro's work. It's, oh my God, Crimson
Cthulhu-
Peak was like one of the best horror films I've ever seen in a very long time.
The story
And it
of
was
For
slow,
Cthulhu is
and it
already
was kind of
Yeah, the
boring
story
at times,
itself
but it
is
was good.
twisted.
Oh my
It was
gosh.
shot very well. The story was amazing. It was good. So
Well,
Del Toro
aside-
could really pull off Into the Mountains of Madness.
I mean, it really could be a cool movie if they ever did it. I mean, the story itself is.
Yeah, it would have to be a cult. It'd have to be a cult style movie.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And it would be. I mean, it's called foul. I mean, that's all that really.
Yeah.
Right.
so many
And then
people
talk about
follow.
the Scientologists. Well, the Scientologists ripped off Star Trek because they had the Klingon world.
Yeah. Battlefield Earth.
Battlefield Earth. That's like Klingons.
Oh my God! With the worst movie ever.
It was something.
Oh my gosh.
Yep, exactly.
You know what you guys need in Star
So back
Trek?
to the Star Wars, Star Trek.
Yeah.
thing.
Say, you know what you guys
I
need?
have to
Right?
say
Sorry.
that Star Wars is, it's more like, I don't know. I feel like Star Trek's more real. It's more reality based than Star Wars because Star Wars is all mythical and stuff.
In the
Yeah, Star
galaxy
Trek
far,
is more
far away.
plausible.
Yeah, I mean, there's no origin
That- I
story
will
for
give you that,
humans
yes.
in Star Wars. It's like humans have forgotten, where they came from.
Right.
Or are they future?
It says
They
long
may be
ago.
past.
I feel like Star Wars
They-
would
they
have
may
to
be
be
long
like
ago.
way,
It says long
way.
ago.
Then again,
Yeah.
Star Trek could have led
Well, Star
into
Wars
Star
would
Wars
be
if
in
you
a
think of
whole
that far,
different
because
dimension, I
Star
think.
Trek is
Right.
our
It was-
future, but then
it's
again,
just-
Right.
with all
Not
the
even a-
time continuum
there's
bullcrap going on, yeah.
There's no mention of Earth anywhere in Star
No.
Wars. I mean, at least in Star Trek, it's in the present. It's at least in a
It's
relative.
based off of Earth.
Yeah, it's in
Right.
a relative, galaxy. Star Wars is in a whole different dimension. I think.
Right.
I
It's
mean,
not even a
far
parallel
away.
Yeah,
dimension. It's like just
it's so
way
far
out
away that
there.
it's-
A long time ago.
I would say
Exactly, in
I would say
the
it
galaxy
does name itself a different galaxy,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
means it's not even within our. Not even
Yeah.
not even remotely close to us. For us to get to the edge of the galaxy, even traveling at light speed, we already realized would take a very long time.
How many year mission was Star Trek supposed to have?
8.
An 8-year? Yeah. It would take them 8 millennium to even find Star Wars.
Right.
Well, no. Well, here's the thing. Okay.
Well, Star Trek always time skipped. They time jumped like almost every single episode. There was a time skip. That's what it felt
and
like.
in the new Star
So-
Trek, they can go anywhere anywhere in the galaxy. Period, because of the new spore drive.
What? This is wait. What?
I would say to give everyone
Like,
some,
which Star Trek are you talking about?
The new Star Trek Discovery.
That's supposed to be a prequel, though.
Doesn't matter.
It's supposed to be like
see,
between Enterprise and
because of the because of the time shift, the new reboot. I think the new reboot spawned Star Trek Discovery. Because if this is before Kirk in the old timeline, the ships wouldn't be as technically advanced.
Well, it could be like the
now you got
Romans
me
forgetting how
interested
to
in
make
watching
concrete.
this new series.
Because the old Kirk.
listen, the Romans are their own beings.
The older the ships were not. They were okay, but they weren't what they are now.
Right.
Because Kirk, the new reboot, where they changed the timeline with Spock and the whole 9 yards. Did you notice that the technology? I know we can do better now in filmmaking, but they made the technology way better.
Right, and if they
it's
were
the
going to
same-
be, if they were going to be true to it, they should have had more basic technology.
That's correct. Now we have a spore drive, which allows for them to travel anywhere in the known universe, like that.
Well, maybe by the end of this show, there's going to be like some major horrible thing that happens with that, and that's why they don't use it anymore.
It already happened. So the sport it's starting because the spore drive was running off.
So spoilers, by the way.
Yeah, by the way, the spore drive was running off the DNA of a space spore worm. Actually, it actually falls in the world of a mushroom, but they call it a shredder because it's now, instead of a mushroom, it's really it's jumped evolution, and it's like a bulldog. It's like and nothing can kill it, nothing affects it. You can shoot with phasers and nothing, but it lives off these spores that they have found, and this animal has such an what do they call it? It's an ancient being. It's been alive now for millennia, and this animal knows every pathway in the known universe.
So what you're saying is it could create black holes and use them to jump through.
Yes, exactly. So,
Okay.
but every
I think it
time
would be more accurate to say wormhole, not black hole.
yeah, wormhole,
Black holes are
wormhole.
incredibly uncontrollable.
But what happened is every time that they jumped, it affected this animal. Okay, and it was
Negatively?
killing it negatively.
Okay.
And so eventually that thing is spored up and it turns into a spore, and they're like, well, because it dehydrated itself. And that's called black water. Well, one of the guys on the show he's got something really super special with him, right? And he injected himself with these spores, and then he saw what the animal saw. So on the very last jump where they saved the captain of the ship, and they were in Klingon space, and they were getting ready to get killed, always the last moment. I love Star Trek. They jumped back. Well, they were telling the science officers to rehydrate the animal so they could jump. Mm-hmm. Well, they didn't. The science officer did it to himself, and because of this special whatever his DNA thing, he is a super smart guy. They were able to jump. Well, in the very end, and they're openly gay in this one. It's kind of really funny. these they're sitting there, they're brushing their teeth, and they're little lovers going, oh, I would have been upset if you were dead, blah blah blah. Anyway, so the guy goes, no, I understood. At least it worked, and you know what, I'm okay. And then the one guy walks away. He looks in the mirror, finishes brushing his teeth, rinses, and goes, and then walks away. And then they pan back to the mirror, and then he smiles and walks away.
So, doing a little research while you guys are talking about warp
That's
drives,
cool.
I went ahead and looked at the comparison between hyperspace, which is what Star Wars uses, and the warp drives.
I'm kind of interested now to see.
You need to watch it. I'm
Right?
telling you, man.
I need to watch it.
So,
I'm more interested in Orville though.
yeah, it's funny.
Krill.
So, the difference between hyperspace and warp and the warp drive.
Next time, isn't it?
Or
Right.
like, the tails that they wear at the Renaissance Festival.
This is his, by the way. I'll point that out. So hyperspace, in the sense, is it's confirmed faster than warp drives, but with hyperspace, you have to angle yourself properly.
Right. That's
Otherwise,
why they get like settled.
Yeah.
And then go.
Yeah, because they have to aim themselves at the system they're aiming for, because otherwise they'll fly straight through a star and then instantly die or cause a lot of issues. Because it's an object traveling at light speed, which means you break down into light itself and move. So if that were to hit a star, that would cause the star to erupt, and that's not okay. Now on the upside, warp drives, don't have to worry about that, but it would take them what would take hyperspace only a few hours, such as the trip from Tatooine to Alderaan. The trip between Tatooine to Alderaan took them a few hours. With a warp drive, that would take them roughly 70 years to accomplish.
But that's why they've come up with a new spore drive.
Okay, well, your new spore drive is still a warp drive, because the warp drive is the more future tense version of that. Your little creature in a ball that you guys can't, for some reason, seem to water is giving you some issues.
No, they let him go because now they got the science engineer that does it for them.
I'm picturing the face of Bo from Doctor Who. Moisturize me.
I was gonna say, so what you're saying is the little flower creature that you guys kept forgetting to water, you guys finally let that little guy go? Thank Christ. I should hope so.
But now it's in somebody else.
But now it's faster. Now it's instantaneous. There's no. I mean, they literally jump from Federation space to Klingon space in a matter of milliseconds.
I want to notice that the idea of Klingon space and Federation space, as is pointed out multiple times, is not very. It's not very far. We've done it accidentally.
It is when it's deep inside.
We've drifted into non-Federation space. It's like, oh, where are we? Klingon space. Why are they right next to each other?
But being able to flash from one space to another that quickly sounds like there is a lot of room for a problem.
Error, yeah. In the idea of, can I accidentally just miss?
Right, like it's super awesome, but I'm picturing like Willy Wonka again, where they transfer him into the TV and like something could go horribly wrong, and you're gonna have pieces of ship all over the place.
That's possible.
Exactly.
They said that they can't, but because of this animal transferring its consciousness to the science officer, and the science officer now sees all the wormholes to go, that doesn't happen. Now, without the animal, they could only do very short jumps.
But I wonder if, because this animal is supposed to be some millennials old being, with this guy only being, 50 tops, his body is not going to be as strong, or his consciousness or whatever. Something is going to happen.
This man does not seem like he's going to be able to handle the same pressure that being was able to handle.
Exactly, and if this being was dehydrated by doing this, how is it going to affect a human who is, by comparison, like 70% a second
water.
Old?
I don't know.
I would say, compared to millennia,
but they did
things.
Like, they're going to go on their first or second warp, and he's going to be like, oh, I can handle that. The third one, he's going to be like, what happened when they opened the Ark on Indiana Jones. The guy who's kind of whittled away into dust instantly. That's going to be them. Like, oh my God, we warped one too many times.
Or as a doctor, when the master, did that weird thing. And he was all, tiny and stuff.
What are they going to do? Offer, the brittle skeleton a bottle of water? I don't think that'll work. You gotta spray him with a spray bottle, like
the face of Bo.
Yeah, exactly. They're gonna have a moisturize me. Except it's gonna be, your navigation officer. That doesn't seem very useful.
But hey, look, they did it.
But maybe
for how long?
Maybe they're just gonna have to keep transferring the consciousness from being to being to being until they have all these little shriveled, half human things.
Oh my, they're gonna land back on Earth and they're all gonna be starving.
There's gonna be one person left that pilots the ship.
He's gonna come out and oh my God, they're back from their 8-year voyage. He's just gonna go, and just a dust cloud as he collapses and whittles away.
That's what it looks like when they've X-rayed it.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
It's a weird little segmented bug thing.
Hyperspace is still considered faster. It's more technical. You have to aim.
Well, the Star Trek Discovery is new. Give it time.
Right. New/old.
I would say, it's the new old.
At least we're trying new stuff. Unlike the Jedi, No, new technology. Let's not go there.
New technology.
It's the dark side.
I'm sorry, what? What was that about new technology?
Right.
Can I point out that we have a planet that eats entire
Actually-
systems and stars?
Actually, it's not even new technology. It's old technology just made bigger.
It's a planet.
Drop the mic.
It's a planet. Let's see. You
It's
guys have
not
a
the
planet
Death Star. It's a planet.
that
I know
star
that.
star killer base.
How was that old technology?
You guys
They
don't eat
used the
stars.
technology from the Death Star.
No.
to make this one bigger.
The Star Killer base does not run on kyber crystals.
I know that.
It runs
off
on the
sun.
power of stars. It has to eat an entire star to be able to fire.
That sounds pretty dangerous,
the
though, in the
crystal,
long run.
okay, but
Oh,
they
that's how
said-
they
like they're
destroyed
gonna
it, is they
eat
went-
a really bad star, or it's going to be the star that, like our sun.
But here's what someone said on in the Star Wars world, that only the good, and I think I just heard this other, only the best suns have the best crystals.
But I feel like
Kyber
the
crystals don't
best
come from suns.
suns would be the ones that are
They do,
sustaining life for planets.
right?
So they're going to eat these suns and destroy planets.
Pretty
Well,
much.
entire, not even just planets,
Right.
entire
It doesn't
systems.
generate. It doesn't
Right,
come back.
but
It's
like that
very
sounds
Cyber-
that
it
sounds
destroys
awful.
this.
That is not what we're supposed to do.
See, dumb
They-
technology.
It was
only Star
only. Well,
Wars.
keep in mind what it was doing it for. It was doing it to attack rebel bases. That was the original itinerary for it.
Right,
Yeah,
but
but
there's
if you-
still
but if you-
innocent
And then a
people
Republic.
on
That's
rebel
right.
bases.
Well, they
like,
blew
I mean,
up-
there's always
They blew up
innocents.
Gala. They blew up the whole system.
In
Right.
in that same sense,
Morons.
keep in mind the First Order went
They could've at
planet to
least got
planet
persuaded
first
or
and
something. Come
offered
on.
them. They did. No. That's how they get
They
a lot of their
blew planets
stormtroopers.
up.
Yes, how they get a lot of their stormtroopers, because obviously the clone program is no longer, is either raise them from birth
Yeah,
or go and recruit.
What was his name? The black kid.
Finn.
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 They went to Finn, John, I think it's John Boyega.
555, whatever.
Oh yeah, well he was raised from birth, but yes, they would go in and be like, hey,
Recruit.
they're like, you are working for us now, and they went, well, I don't
Modern day
wanna. And they go,
slavery.
are you a rebel? And they're like, no. And I'm like, get to work then.
Where's the
Well, but that's pretty
where's
crappy.
What's the name of that group now?
Like
that
you're
everybody
either
hates?
a rebel or you
Black
have to
You're
work
not.
for us.
But you don't
No,
have.
what's the
It's
other
not a
one?
lifetime
Nifta.
work.
Nifta.
Yeah,
Unless,
but it's like-
unless you're one of the ones
Nifta.
raised from birth,
Nada.
then you're a lifetime
Where are they
worker.
at? I'll see them
Right,
protesting.
but even if it's not lifetime work, like you work for them and then you
Yeah,
might
but
die.
you know the health benefits you
But
get?
there's no
the health
401k.
benefits.
The health benefits are fantastic
At
on
least,
Star Killer base.
at least with the
Unless
Federation, you
it
get a
explodes.
Unless it
401k.
explodes.
I'm just saying.
The life insurance policy is fantastic. When the
I'm
first
sure.
one exploded, the First Order lost everything. They had to pay off the families, but that's okay. We're still in a better way.
I'm pretty sure they got sued a lot.
I'm sure they did.
Oh, and what about your red shirts getting sued a lot? Oh yeah, sorry, you just died again.
Hey, look. Their
How many
family
people
gets
are
money.
piloting the Enterprise? Because
Three.
we've gone through a lot of shirts now. Yeah, 3. Yeah, because everyone else is being killed off.
Well,
Our
what they do is
8-year
they go-
voyage
they
and a
go
new face
find-
every voyage.
They go find the dregs of society and going, hey, we're going to put you in a red shirt. We're going to train you a little bit, but you're going to die eventually. You okay with that? Okay.
Wow, and we're sitting here telling us you're sitting here telling me the First Order is bad for going and collecting people before they blow up their planet. Hey, your planet's been registered as
Well, at
a
least they
rebel
pay-
planet.
at
We're getting
least
rid
they-
of it.
Yeah, but at least they pay them. They don't just say, you're going to work, we're going to feed you, that's it.
They pay stormtroopers. Yeah,
What
so
do they use it on?
well,
I was
when
gonna
they
say-
go back to a First Order run planet or an
Unless,
Empire run
hold
planet.
on. Did you see that meme? And
Imperial credits.
Dylan showed me this one where the head guy goes, I want a coffee, but I want a coffee from the south side or blah, blah, blah. And it
All
like
right, that was a
3-day
college
trip.
humor sketch, as well as the fact of the college humor made a fantastic sketch.
Did they get the bling out their suits?
They're like, oh, he's
Look,
like,
Right? Why don't they get different colors?
It's an off-white, not just a white.
Actually, there's a reason for that. It's the same
Look
one.
at my new red
it's
arm.
the same one that the American military uses. It's you are equal with those that are working around you. No one's higher, no one's lower. You're all the same when you work in the unit. That's why everyone's suited the
Flatline
same.
management doesn't work. That's why.
But
That's
the
why Darth
military
Vader
doesn't
kills
all wear the
everybody
same
all the
colors
time.
depending on their level.
Stormtroopers all wear the same colors. Yes, if you are a base stormtrooper, you
No,
wear
I
the same
mean,
colors.
but
You wear the
like
white.
regular military, like real military, they don't all wear the same colors either.
No, but everyone in their squad does, because neither the regular stormtroopers. And the next higher rank has
no,
black armor.
there's a lot of people that have more stripes, less stripes, more.
Not when you're in the
hashes.
same unit, unless he's your higher up.
Could be. You never know.
Wait, we do know. We've had this conversation with me and you, Dad, have had this conversation with veterans. You wear the same colors and the same uniform as everybody else to show that you were equal to your fellow man next to you.
Captain Phasma is a silver.
Captain Phasma is also a CO. She's a she's a
and by the way,
commanding
she's not a
officer.
Wookiee.
She's not a Wookiee. I'm very disappointed.
Oh.
She's just a very, very tall woman. Which
Blonde.
Is, I'm like,
She's
hey,
blonde.
you know what? That's
they say
fine.
blondes men more. She's a platinum blonde. Get it, platinum. Blonde.
She's terrifying. Is what she is.
She is.
She's
it Brienne of
She's a
Tarth?
foot taller. I don't think we
That
have
would
a
be awesome.
confirmed actor.
There is
for
a
Phasma
picture
yet.
of her, though.
It's a
I don't
toy.
think it is.
Oh, it's a toy?
It's a toy, and that's
No.
and that's why
That's what she said.
that's why I'm like it's not even an official actor yet. Like, you
Isn't
guys just
there?
based
there is.
Yeah, there is
there's
a
an
real
actual- No,
actor.
she.
We're bringing the bones down. The bones are coming down.
No. She is an actual.
Okay,
yes,
so-
but her helmet or like what she looks
we
like.
had-
It's
but it's-
Oh,
Gwendolyn.
you mean what she
But
looks
it's
like?
Star
as far
what
as-
she looks as far as
It is
how
Gwendolyn
the-
Christie. It is Brienne of Tarth.
Yes. But what they have her looking like underneath, we still don't know.
But you
The
know what?
toy gives us this idea that her hair's all slicked back into this weird, like, anime protagonist spike that looks really weird. Like, it looks like a really severe case of helmet hair, to be completely honest
Yeah,
with you.
but we have 7 of 9. We have Deanna Troy.
Oh my God, 7 of 9. That was.
We had Princess
We had
Leia
Leia.
in Jabba
We had
outfit.
Uma.
We had 2 hot Uhurus.
Deanna.
She did
Deanna
take
Troy,
her thing
7
off. I found a
9,
photo of her.
In where?
Ooh,
Oh.
she's not even pretty.
She's not very
She
pretty.
has an intense face.
Thank God she wears that mask. No, I'm just kidding.
But in
Bloody.
Oh, this might just be like a marketing photo.
I would say because in the first movie in the new movie she did not reveal her mask.
No, she didn't.
And she kept on the entire because she even makes a point
What should be a dude?
that they get in trouble for removing their helmets
Right.
unless you're instructed to.
I legitimately, when I was little, I thought stormtroopers were robots. I really did when I was a kid.
Really?
Well, they
Yeah.
act to be completely fair, they act like robots.
Have you seen the silly meme online where they're all shooting at a target bag and the only holes are in the white?
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Listen, I never said stormtroopers are accurate, but listen, they're
In
fought,
Star
they're
Trek,
fodder
we're
for
all
lightsabers.
accurate.
Are you
Not
absolutely
necessarily.
100%
There's
sure about
plenty of
that?
times
I want to
you
point
know,
out one space
they
battle
missed.
in which they missed every damn shot fired at each other. Like they weren't even coming close.
Bring it on.
New movies, go. There you go. All of
The
them.
movies go.
That was funny. They're like fire everything, and you just watch Nero miss a bunch of them. It's like, wow, what were you aiming at? I'm curious. And they're like,
No, they hit it. It just didn't do anything.
they're like, we're miners, thank you. We don't know how to work. This isn't weaponry. This is just mining tools. God, cut us some slack. And they're like, and then Kirk's like, let's fire back. And then we miss everything too. It's like,
No, they hit him.
he missed so badly he had to
I have
take
some
the
really good
dying
pictures. I took
ship
time
and
to actually
crash
make
it
these.
Yeah.
into
Never
them.
show them ever.
I mean, bring up the topic. It's like, oh yeah, I made images. Okay, have you talked about all the captains yet and how they
Hey,
better
so
leadership?
here's a
You
picture
have
of all the
not.
captains.
Look at that. Look, so you have awesome. Like, don't get me wrong, they have awesome captains.
Why was-
But none of them are Han Solo.
Go back up there. Put that back up. Here, did you see what I did? I have the Kirk, the dad,
Yes, that would be important.
and then
He
I have
was-
old Kirk and new Kirk.
You're missing. That's not all the captains.
No. That's
No,
that's
he
at
has
the
other
Enterprise.
So yeah.
Oh, okay.
there's-
All right.
Yeah, there's
I was
more.
gonna
He has
I
this
have
one with
that.
captains.
There's the captains.
This one's actually kind of neat. I enjoy this one, but once again, they're
What's
not.
with
Han,
Judge Judy there?
Go back. Come
Yeah,
back.
which one was
Captain
the
of
one with the
Voyager.
lady?
Yeah.
they're not
I
Han
know.
Solo.
Well,
I'm-
she's not the Enterprise captain, and he's not. And the,
Which
and the
one
middle
was she
guy.
the captain of?
DS9 Captain Cisco and
She is the one that's lost.
Voyager.
That-
That's Star Trek
Voyager.
She's the coolest.
She was in
captain.
Voyager?
Yeah.
Okay, because I haven't seen the old stuff since I was little.
yeah.
But another,
Nog
I don't-
isn't in there.
I don't
Neither
have
is Captain
any
Worf.
like basis.
All right.
Because they didn't
Next
make shows out of them.
Well,
See, but a
they
big
were in
issue-
the shows
they're not Han
as
Solo.
captains.
They're not
Exactly.
Han
DS9
Solo.
There is
not
no
Captain
Han
Worf.
Solo in Star Trek.
Where's your Wookiee?
You're Wookiee.
They're tribbles, and they're not grown up yet.
I'm sorry. Does your tribbles carry around a crossbow that literally sends
Where's your
stormtroopers
7 of
flying?
9?
Our 7 of 9. I'm pretty
Oh my
sure
God.
you gave me like 5 minutes, and I could probably just find you someone from the
Exactly.
comics. Like
I-
the thing is, the
I'm
Star
not talking about the comics. I'm talking about the movie world,
No.
the cinematic
No,
world.
if you're going to include what is better, just the base Star Wars or Star Trek, then you have to let us include our extended universe because that's been around for so long now.
Well, okay, then Star Trek. We can take the Star Trek extended universe as well.
Okay, good
So-
luck. You have like a book.
Would be Ren,
So
right?
Star Trek fans are called Trekkies. What are Star Wars fans called? Do they have like a
Losers.
Superior.
name? Superior.
Losers.
to be fair, Star Wars fans are normally caught
Wait a minute,
bickering
that way?
themselves.
Yeah.
Well, I would say they're often caught bickering among themselves about
But here's the thing.
who Rey's
If-
parents are.
Without
I'm
Star Trek,
sure-
you wouldn't have Star Wars.
I don't know. That's
I don't,
necessarily
I don't
true.
think that's
No,
necessarily
Maybe.
Because
How much time difference is there from the first Star Trek to the first Star
66
Wars?
to
77.
77.
Okay.
Oh,
So
11 years.
11
hold on,
years.
hold on. I don't think that's necessarily true because if you look at Star Wars, the first movies, it's all based on like the Bible and it's all based on other like movies that, you know, George Lucas grew up watching.
Star Wars?
Yeah,
Star
think
Wars
about
is
it.
I mean, the whole Jedi is a religious sect.
I get
Hold on,
that,
hold on.
but
I mean,
that was...
Darth Vader.
It's the most purest form of good and evil you could possibly find in a
I
story.
can say that about anything on TV.
There's no
Especially in
Star
that
Trek
time
has
period.
No perfect good and evil.
That's right, because they finally elevated themselves beyond the...
Well, the humans tried to elevate themselves beyond, you know,
We did.
greed
It's called
and-
Star Trek.
Yeah, they tried.
We have a federation
There's
now.
still
We're
greed.
all
We
good.
have a
Still
federation.
power
And the
hunger.
only bads are the Romulans and the Klingons.
We call them the Imperial
has a
Federation.
You're missing the Kardashians.
We have
you're
an
missing-
empire.
Well, Empire Federation, it's all ruled by the same
No,
one asshole.
No, actually,
You gotta
no,
listen
it's
to
not.
the-
No, it's not.
It wasn't.
Kardashians.
No,
It didn't become the Empire until the main asshole took lead. When he took lead, then it's now we're the Empire. By the
So
way.
it was a federation before that.
The exact quote is, as he's giving a speech, I am destroying and dismantling the Galactic Federation and turning us into
Federation!
one united galactic
So,
empire.
see, that proves my point.
That was his exact
Star
quote.
Trek led into Star Wars.
So what you're saying is Star Trek failed, and they had some asshole
No,
had to
because
come
they
to
killed the
try and do it better?
Federation. Okay, the Federation's no more.
He didn't
Now
kill
it's
the Federation. He's like, this doesn't work. He's like, you're all still bickering, and this council gets nothing done. Therefore, I'm starting an empire.
Well, he
Well, like,
said
how does
that.
that solve anything?
when you actually
Yeah.
okay, so to be
Like, that doesn't solve anything. It just turns into the Ottoman Empire, and then everybody's going to hate each other, and then you're going to have a little tiny empire at the end.
That's it.
fair
Or the
enough.
Roman Empire. Or, like, literally any empire
Here's the
that
thing.
used to
Hey,
exist.
did you notice that every time the empire fails, it's always crash and burn, just like the Romans?
Yeah, the Romans, the Ottomans. I mean, even the British and the French
Crash and
Empire.
all right.
Blow the big starship
Like,
up,
they
the big
end
round
up
thing,
back
blow
to
it up.
their original thing.
For history, and we can't exactly call the Roman fall a crash and burn because it
No, it's
took
not a total
what
crash
like
and
Rome
burn.
burned.
it took like
literally by the Huns.
it took like what 500 years for it to finally die out.
Well,
Right, and
the
then
empire
it-
just
that's
sucked.
all
They
of their
just didn't
decline.
last as long.
And then it still technically
well,
kind of
the Roman
existed in
Empire-
its own little Italy thing.
I would say the Roman
And the same
Empire
with
lasted the
England
longest of
and
any
French.
empires. Like any government, the Romans have beaten it. That's the reason why we base a lot of our military, a lot of our
that's negative.
government system
Nope, that's
off
negative.
of. Wait, what?
Government systems off of Greece, not,
A lot of it is head on.
well, ours at least.
We say ours.
One of the longest, actually, one of the longest societies that have been running would be the Egyptians and the Africans.
But they weren't necessarily an empire.
I was
They
saying
didn't.
the Egyptians
were.
Well, yes, the Egyptians
yeah.
were.
The
Yes.
Egyptians were a
Oh, yeah.
huge
Oh my God,
empire.
they were
As a matter of fact, Italy, or Romans and the Greek, they actually adopted some of the practices from the Egyptians.
Right.
The three longest in
and
the
actually, the other
world.
longest would be the Hebrews.
No, the longest actually is.
Some would
not
even say
close.
the Egyptians were like the first real civilization.
They were their little.
Oh,
or
look
the
at that.
Now, who was first, the Chinese or the
Japan.
Egyptians?
I think the Egyptians.
I'm pretty sure Egyptian.
I mean,
So
You
the
sure?
that history.
You sure about that?
Sure.
So the top
I
three-
think,
Google
What was the question?
I think the Chinese and the Egyptians were kind of like the same running.
I don't know.
See, and-
The Chinese just never took over everybody.
So
I
the-
only know from. Go ahead, sorry.
Let's say the three longest lasting empires, as I was just told I was wrong, by the way, I went and fact checked it. No, I'm right, by the way. The longest three consist of Japan, the Byzantine Empire, and the Holy Roman. Keep in mind, Japan, by the way, has been sitting by themselves on an island for 800 years because their empires lasted
and-
for the last 1700.
Exactly. So theirs is up until now. The
theirs
Japanese
hasn't ended
Empire
yet.
is still
The Byzantine
surviving.
was 874, and the Holy Roman was 844.
And that's BC, right?
Collective years.
Right.
844
Because
years
before
is how long
the Romans, the Egyptians
No, that's not
were
BCE.
there.
No,
'Cause this is
I'm not
including-
giving you the. I'm not giving you the time. I'm just giving
Because
you.
this started.
Holy Roman Empire. You want fine? Would you like the years?
Egyptians have been around since 3000 BC.
Empire of Japan was 1,743 years.
Congratulations,
date.
you're reading the. I would say you're reading the
So
exact
it's
same thing.
still, yeah.
It hasn't ended. By the way, I would say thank you for reiterating what I just said.
Talk about getting off topic, man.
The
Right?
Anyway, and that is why Star Trek is better.
Holy Roman Empire lasted from 962 and didn't end officially until 1806.
Right.
Still the Japanese
Because they
kicked
were no
everybody's
longer an
ass.
empire.
I would say, yeah, the Byzantine
Japanese
Empire,
rule.
which after failing multiple times in the middle, that's the only reason why I
think
rank
they
it
just don't
higher.
want to give it to the Hebrews.
Its
Poor
longest
people.
interrupted run was 874 years.
Those Hebrews, they're
And
just
the
weird.
Egyptians, I mean, they conquered, but they weren't necessarily after an empire the way the Romans
They
were.
weren't. They
that
weren't
I recall.
considered. I would say they weren't
But
considered an
my
empire.
basis of Egyptian history is art history, and
Yeah.
I didn't have Eastern, any
Egypt-
kind of Eastern.
Keep in mind, Egypt didn't have an empire. They were
Why are we talking about this? It's
Empire.
because Star Trek.
I
No.
have no idea.
because you want
got
you
off
talk about
topic.
Without
empires.
their
So the
society.
Empire only lasted like 50 years.
So I want to point out is that we started this because it's like, oh well, empires don't accomplish anything. Japan 1743
I
years.
think that's the original Darth Vader's.
So
Think about it. They're
I
all
would say
virgins stuff.
their empire seems to be going just fine, even after having 2 of their cities removed off the face of the planet.
Yeah, right.
So I think they're doing
ordained.
pretty okay.
Yeah, and
for an
they-
empire.
I'm thinking
Yeah.
Alderon's older than all
It's all been about swordplay. Have you noticed? All about swordplay.
So you're telling me an empire that plays with swords together stays together?
Okay, the
Well, but
Japanese.
like
What the heck is
technically, a
the Japanese
lightsaber
had
is a
swords.
light up
They were
sword.
master swords.
I would
right?
say.
Well, they
well,
also
they-
had ninjas.
Yeah.
The Japanese had ninjas too. They didn't necessarily need a sword.
And what does
They had
the
the
Empire
samurai
have?
and the ninjas.
They had sword. They had flashlights. that had
the
lights on them.
empire had 2 sword wielders. Yes. 2.
But I mean, technically, a
Too
lightsaber
systematic.
could be like a light up sword
well,
because it does.
I would say, to be fair,
similar-
the fighting styles of the
That's why it's called a
of
lightsaber.
I would say-
Saber unts the.
So how come like?
lightsabers
Okay,
are
I
based
want to
on the
know
Japanese
this because
katana.
Thank you.
There.
I'm probably asking a really redundant question, but when you get like something chopped off by a lightsaber, is it automatically cauterized?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
In the digital remaster
Even I
of
know
the
that.
4th movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was pretty sure. I just wanted to make sure.
In the digital remaster of the 4th movie, when they cut his arm off,
But in
the
Star
original,
Trek,
there was
when
a
they
big-
shoot you with a
yeah.
phaser,
there was a big
you're
blood.
just dead.
There was a big
Not
blood
really.
splatter.
But
They
yeah,
were
unless
like,
it's on
"Oh,
stun.
hey, don't
It's
talk over
always
people.
on
It's rude."
stun. I've never
When he cut off his
never
arm with a
heard Picard go,
lightsaber,
"Say your phaser to kill."
there was a splatter. In the digital remaster, when they cut off his arm, it was immediately cauterized. It just dropped because
Okay.
it does. Because
Right.
they've used lightsabers to cauterize their own wounds after getting hit with blasters or
Okay.
nick themselves. They've just like quickly just touch it and they're like, "Ow, okay, that works for now, I suppose." I mean, hey, you gotta
So
do what you gotta do.
ultimately,
Works.
like I said,
No,
Everything you've said tonight though has been countered by a better Star Wars. Though.
Not really.
Like Star Wars has like done anything you can do, it can do
and
better.
here's what Star Trek has that Star Wars doesn't have.
Lucille Ball.
No, we have a crossover.
No,
from
they
The
have
Walking
Lucille
Dead.
Ball.
No,
because Lucille Ball
Wait,
is the one
what?
that saved that whole show.
Ooh.
what show?
Star Trek. Really? You didn't know that? Why do you think it's made by Desilu? They
Hey, we only
own
have
that.
3 minutes.
Oh,
by the way.
yeah. No,
They saved that whole show.
The reason Star Trek's better
Lucas
is
never
because
had to have
we have a
anybody save his
we have a
things.
crossover from The Walking Dead.
Yeah,
Where?
Sasha. Oh, okay.
How? When?
Because Sasha is
Sasha!
on the new.
That's not a crossover.
That's
That's
not
just
really a
sharing
crossover.
characters.
It's called
No.
like guest star.
No, tired of being on
we have a
Walking
guest
Dead,
star.
They were looking in the archives and saw this badass chick.
Yeah, and they said, "Hey, we'll get you out of your
I was like,
contract."
they killed me in one show. I'll go to the next.
Exactly.
That's not a crossover. That's finding new work.
That's a co-star.
That's realized
a guest
my
star,
job
man.
hit the
That's not
dead end.
crossover.
Okay, I used the wrong word. Leave me alone.
Let's see.
No, hold on. I can say that Star Trek is doing something right because they have holodecks, and you have never seen a holodeck in a Star Wars
Nope.
movie or anything. So.
holodeck?
You have not really.
A holodeck?
There has a holodeck. A hologram deck.
No, I haven't. I think
There has been no
I don't know,
holodeck.
that's
And the
cinematic.
ultimate look, here's the ultimate reason why Star Wars is not as good as Star Trek. We have transporters.
You have transporters.
Yep. I don't have to fly down to the Earth or down to
Right.
the planet. I
And
can
your
just zip down
transporters fail too.
Not all the
Yeah,
time.
like they're wonky sometimes.
I mean, look at Voyager.
No, no,
whenever Tuvok and
hey, Lupe. No,
what's
no,
his
we
name got
absolutely did.
mixed in
No, we have
together.
holodecks.
I would say, yeah,
Lupe,
we had Federation holodecks.
Federation.
They do.
They were.
They have
were
hologram games. I
No, no,
never
we
thought
had-
that
They have a
was that.
holodeck. The Federation has.
Yeah, it's the Federation holodeck.
What?
It's the official Federation
They do.
holodecks for training.
And what? And what
See,
movie?
It's for
These
training
stuff-
purposes.
For training.
Again, as I said before, Star Trek led into Star Wars because it's the Federation.
Hey, you know what? The first
Drop
isn't
the
always
mic.
the best, by the way.
Doesn't matter. We gets it in there.
Gets better with time.
That's
We
right.
had to refine it. No,
That's
we
okay.
do. We just sit here and go, okay, well, this show has gone on way too damn long. Maybe we can just splice this down to one movie. Oh, look, we made 3, and all of them are interesting. Then we
7.
made 3 more. Look, all of them are interesting. Not very
Yeah.
good. Our characters are very
There's
disappointing.
7. There's 7 movies.
Yeah, and our
For what?
Anakin
For Star
actor
Wars?
was
Star Trek.
He hated
horrendous.
sand.
Star
Oh
Trek.
God, he was awful.
I blame the writers more than I
Yes.
blame
Well, you can't.
Christian.
You have to say the same thing
But-
with Star Wars.
I don't know. He's not really a great actor
He
anyway.
didn't choose to say,
Star Wars
I
does
hate
not have
sand.
holodeck.
No, but even in other movies like
we have a
Jumper,
minute, by the way.
Okay.
even in Jumper,
No,
he
he
was
was
kind
it was
In the
he
card
was-
game.
He was edgy as well.
Or
It was
in
very
Star Wars
unfortunate.
CCG
Yeah,
online,
he's
there's
an
a holo
awkward
table
actor.
and holodeck.
He didn't help anything. I feel like they could have had a
But
better
in the
actor,
cinematic
and that
universe, there's no
entire
holodeck.
little trilogy would have been
Absolutely.
phenomenally
So
better.
I want to thank everybody in the last 30 seconds that we have here. I want to thank everyone for joining us tonight. I want you, if you don't mind, leave us in
I
the
like that
comments below
picture.
what you guys think, what we did wrong or said wrong, or if you think we're
Or
wrong.
just agree with Boss
Or you can
Tech
disagree with
because
Boss
it
Tech
works.
all you want, because by then you're getting brownie points with me. And who doesn't want brownie points with me? There we go.
Can we have actual brownies? We should bring in brownies.
Oh,
week.
next week. Next week,
Costumes.
costumes, Halloween show.
All right.
Halloween
well,
show.
we will. In that case, we will see all of you guys next week in costume.
Next week, Halloween.
See y'all later. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.